So what's the feelings that arise?
I'm Mary.
You're Mary.
Yeah.
You must be.
I'm just being honest, that's what, I don't know whether it was my mind or my soul, but I think you can call yourself Jesus then, I can call myself Mary.
Okay, but what if I am Jesus? See, there's three possibilities here, isn't there? One possibility is that I think I'm Jesus and I'm a nutcase. That's a possibility, isn't it? That's the one mostly in all of your minds, right? The next possibility is that I think that I'm Jesus and I'm deceitful. That's not so good, huh? Right? And then the third possibility is I am Jesus. And that's the choice that you're going to have to make at some time in our discussion, perhaps. But in the end, I'm telling you that the reason why I can say what's coming, the next set of things I want to talk to you about, is because I've experienced them, and I am that person. Oh, you should feel the feelings. Honestly.
Could it be that there is like a soul stuck in all of the people who are part of that energy that was called Jesus, and you have that vibration that was called that? Are you saying specifically that is in this form right now exclusively was called Jesus?
I'm saying the second.
Lots of people say they were Cleopatra.
I agree. There's actually about probably a million or so people who think they're Jesus, right? And most of them are in asylums. I agree with that too. But one of us has to be.
The other possibility too is that Jesus isn't popular here too.
There are literally heaps of people named Jesus. In fact, right now in Brazil, there are literally hundreds of thousands of people named Jesus. So yes, but I'm talking about I am Yeshua ben Joseph, the son of Joseph and Mary in the first century.
So you're saying you are the vibration of that energy?
No, I am the person. I'm not saying I'm the vibration of the person. I'm saying I am the soul of Jesus. I'm a half of a soul, by the way.
How do you know you are?
Sorry?
How do you know you are?
How do I know I am?
You might be like all those other people.
Because I remember everything about my life.
Well, you speak Aramaic?
So do I speak Aramaic? It can be spoken.
Can you speak?
Not now, I can't, no.
Because you don't remember everything about that language?
No, what happens is that as you work through your emotional state, and this is something we'll talk about, you have memories come back as you work through your emotions. So, for example, if you think about your life, how many of you have had some kind of abusive childhood? I know it's a sensitive subject. Many of you who have had an abusive childhood would realise that you don't have the memories of that abuse until you're actually prepared to emotionally experience the memory. Does that make sense? And this is the same with there are actually 14 people who have returned from heaven, if you could call it that, and we'll talk about where it is actually from. And every one of those is going through a process of recovery of memories using that technique.
Isn't language quite fundamental to
the majority of my life I never spoke a language. So you're thinking that the majority of my life happened in the first century. The majority of my life's happened from the first century till now. And all of that time that I was in the spirit world, I didn't speak a language.
Did you remember the memories under your own free guidance?
Yeah.
So you haven't had other past lives
No.
to this one. So you've gone from Jesus to this one.
Yes.
That would be a big shock for you.
It was? I'll talk about why too. Sorry?
And how did you know you were?
Because I have all the memories of my life. How do you know you are, what's your name? Jill? How do you know you're Jill?
Mother and father told you.
Okay. My mother and father told me I was Jesus too, yeah. And I have all the memories of that life. Not them all, of course, because just like you can't remember all of your life right now, obviously there are certain emotions tied up with the experience of all of the memories.
The memories that you have of Jesus, are they specific to the ones that we see in the Bible, or is it the accurate? And that passage
Yeah, no, the Bible is not an accurate account of my life. There are some things that occurred in the Bible that are accurate as to what happened in my life.
as I have memories myself of my past, I can actually
Yeah. Now, I had to say that because the next set of things that I'm going to talk about are things that I've experienced. And I want primarily, like, it does not matter to me who you believe I am. But what I would like to do in particular is help you connect with God. Now, how many of you have a problem with the term God? Yeah. One.
I don't like saying it's G-O-D.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's only because it's tied into religious churches who are full of control and fear.
Exactly. Exactly. And the majority of people who don't like the term God feel the same. But I'm going to use the term as the source of your being.
We can't hear questions from you.
Right, so if anyone has questions, if they could sort of speak fairly loudly, that would be good.
Very loudly.
Or if they even stand up, maybe. I'd probably...
Just relating my own perception, I
Big
perceive
voice.
God as the generator, the organiser and the destroyer. That's a process rather than...
Right, so how many people believe God is a process or just an energy of the universe?
It's an energy.
Yeah? How many believe God is an entity? A being? Every time we start talking about energy,
It's an energy.
every time we start talking about energy, we start getting very philosophical. I don't want to do that with you today. What I want to do is show you how to connect with God, and I know for certain that God is not just an energy. God is a being that has energy. So it's a bit like, let me draw God like that. God has a number of attributes and qualities. So attributes and qualities. What's one of those qualities? Love. Can you see though that God must have other qualities? For instance, you look at the design in creation. What do you see in creation?
Perfection.
Like, not only perfection, but huge amounts of mathematics, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so God must be a mathematician too, right?
It's also a comedian.
And God must be a comedian too, right? So God has more qualities than just love. Now, love, when I say just love is an awesome quality. And in fact, the most powerful quality in the universe. But it is one of God's attributes. So what I would like to do is, rather than focus on these qualities, focus on the person or the being behind the qualities. Do you know what I mean by that? It's a bit like in our interaction. Rather than focusing on the emotions I'm receiving from the interaction, so I might say, well, yeah, Peter, instead of viewing Peter as Peter, I'll just view Peter as a bit of energy that I can see in his aura and everything that I can see, and I'll interrelate with Peter like he's just that energy. Now, what does that do to my relationship with Peter? It changes it into a depersonalised relationship, does it not? Right? And what I'm wanting to do is to have a personal relationship.